Hello girls, this is Miss Viv with Reflections of Hope, a stepping stone for young girls. I know, sorry for hurting your ears, but I was in a good mood and felt like singing today. Hope it wasn't too terrible. Anyway, I'd just like to thank all of you for sending your comments, your compliments, and suggestions to my email account at reflecthope2016@gmail.com. I really do appreciate all of your feedback. And that is how I determined what today's topic is going to be. And the majority of you sent questions in about friendships. And we all love friends, and sometimes it's difficult to figure out who's really a friend and who's not. So we're going to try to tackle some of those questions today. First, I'm going to go ahead and answer a few questions that I received on my email. And the first question is, how do you know when someone is a true friend? That's a very good question. First of all, I'd like to say that for me personally, friendship is something that is built over time. I don't know if any of you have ever met someone, if you've known them for a couple of hours or 3 hours and they start calling you their friend, or they start introducing you as their friend, and meanwhile you don't really know them. For me, friendship is something you should build over time. I wouldn't suggest you take anyone to your home until you first get to know them and know some of the things that they like and don't like and some of their thoughts. You may find that you don't have anything in common. So just because you meet someone for the first time and you like them, that's okay. You're supposed to like most people that you meet, although you don't have to, and we don't always like everyone we meet. But don't assume that just because they crack jokes, they make you laugh, or they dress nice, you like the way they look, or they seem to be drawn to you, don't draw a quick conclusion that that person is your friend. I don't use the word friendship lightly. I take that word very seriously before I introduce someone as a friend. I mean, you're going to have acquaintances, people you like being around, but they don't necessarily have to be your friend. So friendship is something that grows, not when you first meet someone. Okay, just remember that. Then I'm going to give you some more tips later on that you want to look for in a friend. The second question is, when should you invite a new friend home? As I said before, you don't want to just bring someone home just because you met them and you like them or they seem to like you. And you're calling that person a new friend. They're really not your friend because you don't really know anything about them. So don't take anyone to your house. You don't even know, we're going to talk about trust, but you don't even know if you can trust that person at your home. So be very, very leery about who you take home. Get to know that person, a lot about that person first. The next question is, what if my new friend, there's that word friend, they're really not your friend yet because you don't know them. Okay? What if my new friend does not like the friends I already have? You know what? This happens not only with young people, but also as adults. But I'm going to talk directly to you. All of your friends are not going to get along. All of your friends are not going to have things in common. You may have that personality where you get along with just about anybody. I like to say that I'm that kind of person. If I don't get along with someone, then there is a really good reason why I don't. But you may have that personality where people are drawn to you and you click and you can find something in common with everyone, and that's just you. But if you meet a new friend and they don't get along with your other friends, that's okay. I have several different groups of friends. Some of them I can blend them together, and some of them I just can't, and that's okay. I just do things with them separately. So it's okay to have different groups of friends. All your friends don't have to be lovey-dovey and like each other. So that is okay. However, if you meet a new friend and that friend tries to pull you away from your friends you already have, red flag. I'm going to have to remember the next time I'm talking to you to make myself a red flag so I can wave it. that's a red flag, because that's probably someone who's trying to control you. Run as fast as you can. Don't let anyone tell you who you can be friends with and who you can't be friends with, especially when you just met them. Okay? Now, the next thing I want to talk about is trust, because that is important in a friend. Trust is what you want. Someone who won't steal your friends, won't steal. I know some of you have boyfriends, even though I have a segment on you don't really need a boyfriend. You need to focus on your education right now. They might want to steal your boyfriend. They might want to steal your job if you're old enough to work. They may even steal your homework. But another red flag is when someone steals your personality. You will find in your life that you'll meet some people and they start behaving and acting like you. That's kind of creepy. Stay away from people like that. They want to start dressing like you. They want to start talking like you. They want to start looking and, whatever. But anyway, stay away from people like that. That's really not a good thing. You want to look for friends who will stick up for you. They want what's best for you. When you're in trouble, that friend is there for you in good and bad times. You want friends who are going to stick up for you. Someone saying something terrible about you behind your back, you want to speak up and say, hey, that's not nice, and that's not who she is. I've had to do that recently with a good friend of mine. Someone wanted to tell me negative things about her, and I said, oh no, that's not the person I know. Sorry, won't work. You want a friend who is patient. And when I say patient, you want a friend who, when you make mistakes, your friend is there for you no matter what. You want a friend who accepts you when you're at your best and when you're at your worst. You want a friend who's sensitive about your feelings. You don't want a friend who says, well, you shouldn't feel that way, because your feelings are your feelings, and you want them to respect how you're feeling at that time. Loyalty. You want a friend that's loyal to you, who sticks with you, like I said, through good and bad times. If you fail a test, you want someone to kind of pick you up and say, it's okay, you'll do better on the next test. That's just an example. You might be going through a divorce. Your parents might be divorcing and you're having a hard time. Your friends should be there to really give you support. Sorry about that. If you might have a friend who might move to a new school, or you might move to a new school. A true friend is going to keep in touch with you. You don't have to be at the same school. If that friend moves away, you're going to still get together and do things, and maybe go to ball games and that kind of thing together. They don't forget about you, not if they're a true friend. You don't want a friend that's going to damage your reputation. This goes still under the umbrella of loyalty. Your friends should not want to say things that are going to ruin your reputation. You want a friend that's supportive of you and your goals. If you're the age of thinking about college, don't let someone say, oh, you shouldn't go to that school, that's a bad school, blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. That's not a good friend. You want a friend who supports your goals and your plans for your future. You want a good friend who's a good listener. You want them to hear what you're saying and listen to what you're saying. You don't always want advice. I've learned that sometimes friends don't want your advice. They just want someone to listen. And that's okay. But you want to be a good listener. But those are some of the things you want to think about when you're looking for a good friend. If you meet someone, this is a huge tip. If you meet someone for the first time, and you've known them maybe a few weeks, I have an example. I'm going to use these fruits. I use balloons and things like that. But this is an example. If you meet someone one day and you're talking to them and you've known them, I guess, for a little while, and one day they're saying, oh my gosh, this tangerines are my favorite fruit. I love them. It's the only fruit I eat. And then the next time you talk to them, they say, oh my gosh, this apples are my favorite fruit and it's the only fruit I eat. Oh my gosh. I'm using this fruit scenario because sometimes people people you meet might treat people like that. You might be talking to them, and someone you know might walk up and they're hugging and embracing them and telling them how much they love them. Oh, you're so awesome. I love you so much. And then as soon as they walk away, they say, oh my God, did you see that dress? It was horrible. Did you see her shoes? Oh, I really don't like her. I don't like her the way she looks. I don't like the way she talks. Okay, then your brain should immediately say, well, gosh, if she's saying that about her and she pretended that she liked her, then what is she saying about me? Don't trust people like that. They can be big, big trouble. That's just a little tip I'm giving you, because you don't know who that person really likes. And that person obviously does not know who they like. Don't trust people who hug and laugh and chit-chat with someone one moment, and then the next minute they're degrading them and treating them like they're nothing and saying horrible things about them. Stay clear of people like that, because trust me, they're doing the same thing to you. Okay? So I think that's all we have today about friendships. Today I gave you things to look for in a friend, but the next time I'm going to talk about things, signs that are negative that people might show you that lets you know that they won't make good friends for you. These were like positive things. The next time I'm going to show you a totally different list of what not to accept from people who you call your friends. Okay? All right. Until next time, don't forget, send your emails to reflecthope2016@gmail.com. You can even go on Twitter, those of you who are old enough to go on Twitter, and pull up Reflections of Hope on Twitter, because I put a lot of motivational comments and little things on there to help lift you up during the day. And last but not least, don't forget to love yourself first. Okay, this is Miss Viv signing off. Have a great day.